No one expected it. Not on Christmas, not from a 9-year-old princess. But in a quiet royal room, surrounded by family and tradition, Princess Charlotte did something that left Prince William and the entire country stunned. It wasn't a tantrum. It wasn't playful mischief. It was a calm, honest message, one that cut straight to the heart. "Daddy, sometimes I miss you." With those simple words, Charlotte shattered the royal silence. She wasn't speaking to the future king, she was speaking to her father. And in that moment, the weight of crowns, duties, and royal expectations faded away. What made this moment so powerful? Why did it leave everyone speechless? Because Charlotte dared to say what no one else could. Join us as we reveal how this young princess reminded the future king of what truly matters, and how her quiet bombshell could change the royal family forever. Stay tuned, because this isn't just a family story, it's a royal wake-up call. The Christmas moment that shook the royals. Christmas at Sandringham is usually full of royal traditions. Formal dinners, carols, and carefully managed family time. But this year, something unexpected happened. In the middle of a cozy family gathering, 9-year-old Princess Charlotte did something no one saw coming. She looked her father, Prince William, straight in the eye and quietly dropped a bombshell. It wasn't loud, it wasn't dramatic, but it stopped the entire room. "I know you're busy, Daddy, but sometimes I miss you," Charlotte said, her voice calm and serious. For a moment, no one knew how to react. The future King of England, always polished and composed, was suddenly just a father being reminded of what truly mattered. William's face changed. The weight of his royal duties seemed to melt away as he processed his daughter's words. Kate, sitting nearby, was stunned, but also proud. She knew this wasn't disrespectful or rebellious. It was honesty, the kind only a child could deliver. Charlotte wasn't complaining. She was being brave enough to say what everyone else was too polite to mention. In that quiet moment, Charlotte reminded the entire royal family that behind the titles and duties, they were still just a family. And sometimes, a little girl just needs her dad. But how did it come to this? How did Prince William, known as a loving father, become so distant that his 9-year-old had to call him out? The answer lies in the heavy weight of royal life. Being a prince isn't all fairy tales. It's pressure, duty, and endless responsibilities. Let's take a closer look at what life behind palace walls really means for a father like William. Life behind palace walls. The reality of royal fatherhood. From the outside, royal life looks glamorous. Castles, crowns, and public admiration. But behind closed doors, it's a different story. Prince William carries the weight of being not just a prince, but the future king. That means long days filled with meetings, appearances, and responsibilities that never seem to end. For William, every day is scheduled. There's little room for spontaneous moments with his kids. Even during holidays like Christmas, duty often finds a way to interrupt. It's not because he doesn't care, it's because the crown always comes first. Sometimes, being a royal feels like you belong to everyone except your own family. A former palace insider once revealed, Charlotte saw what many adults ignore. She noticed her dad was often there in person, but not always present in spirit. The pressure of royal life had created distance, a distance no 9-year-old should have to feel from her father. This isn't unique to William. Generations of royals have struggled to balance family and duty. But Charlotte's brave words cut through centuries of silence. She reminded William, and everyone else, that no title is more important than being a parent. Her simple message sparked something powerful, a wake-up call for a father lost in royal expectations. Charlotte's words weren't just bold, they showed a level of emotional intelligence far beyond her years. This wasn't the first time she'd proven she could see what others missed. How does a child so young have the courage to speak up in a family built on tradition and silence? Let's explore how Princess Charlotte's maturity and sharp mind led to the moment that stunned the royal family. Charlotte's emotional intelligence at just 9 years old. Princess Charlotte has always been known for her cheeky smiles and playful personality. But beneath that playful exterior is a sharp, observant mind. From a young age, Charlotte has shown she's not just aware of the world around her. She understands it in ways most kids don't. During public events, people noticed how she carried herself, confident, aware, and always watching. But it was in private. Moments like this Christmas bombshell where her emotional intelligence truly shined. She sees more than people realize, a family friend once shared. Charlotte picks up on feelings, on moods. She knows when something's off. At just 9 years old, Charlotte understood something many adults struggle with: when to speak up and how to do it with kindness. She didn't accuse her father. She didn't throw a tantrum. She simply expressed her feelings calmly and honestly. This moment wasn't about defiance. It was about connection. Charlotte trusted her dad enough to tell him the truth, even if it was uncomfortable. That takes bravery, emotional maturity, and a deep understanding of what truly matters in a family. Charlotte proved she's more than just the cheeky princess. She's a thoughtful, courageous young girl who knows when it's time to use her voice. This one comment changed Prince William. When Princess Charlotte spoke those simple words, it didn't just touch Prince William. It changed him. For years, he had been balancing two worlds, being a father and preparing to be king. But somewhere along the way, duty started to overshadow family. Charlotte's quiet reminder hit him harder than any royal obligation ever could. It made him stop and really see his children, a palace insider revealed. After that moment, those close to the family noticed a shift. William began spending more time with his kids, not just being around them, but truly being present. He wasn't checking his phone as often. He lingered longer during bedtime stories. The small things, the ones that mattered most, became his focus. It wasn't a grand transformation, but it was real. Charlotte's words had pulled him back from the constant pull of royal responsibilities. Even Kate noticed the difference. The laughter at home felt more genuine. The family dinners weren't rushed. William wasn't just the future king again. He was dad. Charlotte didn't need to repeat herself. That one honest comment was enough to remind Prince William what truly mattered. And he listened. But Charlotte's bravery didn't come out of nowhere. It was the result of how she was raised, encouraged to speak her mind and value emotions, even in a world that demands silence and perfection. At the heart of that upbringing is Kate Middleton, a modern royal mom who's changing how children grow up inside palace walls. Let's take a closer look at how Kate shaped Charlotte's courage. Kate Middleton's parenting, raising royals with heart. Kate Middleton has always made one thing clear: her children's emotional well-being comes before royal image. From the start, she and William agreed they wanted George, Charlotte, and Louis to grow up feeling heard, not just seen. "We talk openly at home. Feelings aren't something to hide," Kate once shared in an interview. In a family known for keeping emotions behind closed doors, Kate's approach is revolutionary. She encourages her kids to ask questions, express themselves, and, most importantly, speak up when something feels wrong. That's exactly what Charlotte did. Kate's influence is everywhere in that moment. It wasn't just bravery, it was emotional awareness, something Kate has worked hard to instill in her children. Whether it's through simple conversations at the dinner table or teaching them how to handle public pressure, Kate is raising royals who know that honesty is a strength. She's also fiercely protective. Kate has shielded her kids from unnecessary media exposure, ensuring they have as normal a childhood as possible, while still preparing them for the unique life ahead. Charlotte's boldness at Christmas wasn't just a reflection of her personality. It was proof that Kate's modern, compassionate parenting is shaping a new kind of royal generation. While many saw Charlotte as the playful princess pulling faces at cameras, this moment showed there was much more beneath the surface. For years, the public viewed her as the cheeky, light-hearted royal. But now, people were seeing a different side, serious, thoughtful, and brave. Let's explore how Charlotte's playful reputation hides a deeper strength that's been there all along. Charlotte, the cheeky princess, with a serious side. Princess Charlotte quickly became a fan favorite for her playful antics, whether it was sticking her tongue out at a crowd or giving her brother George a nudge during royal events. The public loved her cheeky charm and confidence. But behind that sparkle was something far deeper. "She's got a sharp mind and a big heart," a royal aide once said. "People see the fun side, but she's incredibly thoughtful too." The Christmas moment with Prince William proved that Charlotte isn't just about playful smiles and funny faces. She's observant, emotionally aware, and unafraid to speak when it matters most. Her playful nature helps her navigate the pressures of royal life. But when the time comes, Charlotte knows how to switch from light-hearted to serious. That balance is rare, especially in someone so young. This wasn't the first time she showed that maturity. Whether reminding Prince George of royal protocol at Queen Elizabeth's funeral or gracefully handling photographers, Charlotte has always shown a surprising awareness of her role. The world now sees her not just as the cheeky princess, but as a young girl with the confidence and intelligence to handle both fun and responsibility. But how does a child like Charlotte stay so grounded while growing up in one of the most famous families in the world? The answer lies in her early years. Years spent away from the public eye, where William and Kate worked hard to give her a sense of normalcy. Let's go back to where it all began and see how Charlotte's upbringing shaped the strong young princess we see today. Growing up royal, the weight of a princess's childhood. From the moment Princess Charlotte was born, the world was watching. Cameras lined the streets outside the hospital. Headlines celebrated the arrival of a new royal. But behind the scenes, William and Kate made a choice. They wanted Charlotte to grow up differently. Instead of raising her entirely within palace walls, they spent much of her early childhood at Anmere Hall, their country home. There, Charlotte could play in the garden, chase after her brother George, and live like any other child. "We wanted them to have space to be kids first, royals second," Kate reportedly told friends. This grounding gave Charlotte something rare in royal life: freedom. She learned about nature, family, and simple joys before being introduced to royal duties. Even when the family moved back to Kensington Palace, William and Kate kept her life as normal as possible. School was another key factor. At Thomas's school, she was just Charlotte Cambridge. No titles, no special treatment. Her classmates saw her as a regular student, not the granddaughter of a future king. These choices shaped Charlotte's confidence and authenticity. By protecting her from early royal pressures, William and Kate allowed her personality and her quiet strength to flourish naturally. Charlotte's grounded upbringing explains her confidence, but what truly sets her apart is how she embraces who she is, even under the royal spotlight. While others might shy away from attention, Charlotte faces it head-on, staying true to herself every step of the way. Let's explore how this young princess mastered the power of being herself in a world built on perfection and control. The power of being herself in a royal world. In a family where every wave, smile, and glance is rehearsed, Princess Charlotte stands out simply by being Charlotte. From a young age, she showed she wasn't interested in blending into the background or pretending to be someone she's not. Whether it was her playful side eyes, confident waves, or that famous tongue-out moment, Charlotte quickly became known for her authenticity. She doesn't perform for the cameras, she just lives in the moment, a royal photographer once said. That's what people love about her. She doesn't try to fit the royal mold. She knows when to be polite, but she also knows when to let her personality shine through. And that balance is what makes her so relatable, even while growing up in palaces. Charlotte has shown time and again that she can handle public attention without losing herself. In a world where everything is staged, her unfiltered moments feel refreshing and real. It's not about rebellion, it's about quiet confidence. She knows who she is, and she's not afraid to show it. As Charlotte grows, this ability to stay true to herself will likely become her greatest strength, one that could redefine what it means to be a royal in today's world. A historic princess. How law changes empowered. Charlotte. When Princess Charlotte was born, history quietly shifted. Thanks to a royal law change called the Perth Agreement, Charlotte became the first princess in British history not to lose her place in the line of succession to a younger brother. Before this, tradition always favored boys, no matter who was born first. But in Charlotte's case, when Prince Louis arrived, she stayed fourth in line to the throne. It's a sign of modern times, royal experts said. This wasn't just a technical detail, it was symbolic. Charlotte represents a generation where gender no longer decides royal importance. This rule change gave her a standing that princesses before her never had. It also means Charlotte is growing up knowing her place in history is secure. That confidence shows every time she steps out in public. She isn't overshadowed by her brothers, she stands beside them as an equal. While she may never wear the crown, Charlotte's position is proof that tradition can evolve. And as she grows, she'll continue to embody that quiet but powerful change within the monarchy. Charlotte isn't just part of royal history, she's already helping to rewrite it. Charlotte's place in history is secure, but it's her public moments that truly show the world who she is. From playful gestures to poised leadership, she's proven time and again that she's more than just a royal child. Let's take a look at the key times when Princess Charlotte's confidence stole the spotlight and showed everyone that she's ready for whatever her royal future holds. Public moments that proved Charlotte's confidence. From the moment she could walk, Princess Charlotte was commanding attention. Not because she sought it, but because confidence comes naturally to her. Remember when she stuck her tongue out at a crowd during a family event? The world laughed, not out of disrespect, but admiration for her fearless spirit. That moment wasn't staged. It was Charlotte being herself. She knows exactly when to be playful and when to be serious, said a palace insider. Then came Cardiff Castle, where Charlotte confidently led an orchestra with a conductor's baton. Most kids would shy away from such attention, but not her. She stepped up, focused, and took the lead without hesitation. And who could forget Queen Elizabeth's funeral? Dressed in black, Charlotte stood tall, reminding Prince George to bow at the right moment. It was a subtle act, but it showed her deep understanding of royal tradition and respect. These moments aren't accidents. They reveal a young girl who knows how to carry herself, whether it's a light-hearted event or a solemn occasion. Charlotte's public appearances prove she's growing into a figure of both charm and quiet authority. She doesn't just attend royal events, she owns them. But Charlotte's confidence doesn't just shine in public, it plays a big role within her own family. As a big sister and a daughter, she's become a steady presence, guiding her brothers and reminding her parents of what truly matters. Let's explore how Princess Charlotte's influence behind closed doors is just as powerful as what we see in front of the cameras. Charlotte's influence on her siblings and family. Dynamics. At home, Princess Charlotte isn't just the middle child. She's often the one keeping things in check. As the big sister to Prince Louis and younger sibling to Prince George, Charlotte has naturally stepped into a leadership role within the Cambridge household. She's the boss of the bunch, Prince William once joked during a public event. But it's more than playful teasing. Charlotte has shown time and again that she's protective of her brothers. Whether it's reminding George of royal protocols or keeping Louis entertained during long ceremonies, Charlotte balances care with confidence. Her influence extends to her parents, too. The Christmas moment with Prince William proved that she's not afraid to speak up when something feels off. It's clear that Charlotte's voice carries weight within the family, not because she demands attention, but because she earns respect. Kate and William encourage this dynamic. They've raised their children to support each other, and Charlotte has embraced that role with maturity beyond her years. Inside palace walls, Charlotte isn't just a princess. She's a guiding force, helping her family stay connected in a world where duty often gets in the way of everyday moments. As Charlotte grows, it's clear she's destined for more than just royal appearances and playful headlines. She's showing signs of becoming a leader in her own right, someone who balances tradition with a modern spirit. Let's dive into how Princess Charlotte is quietly stepping into a bigger role, one that could redefine what it means to be a royal woman in today's world. From cheeky to leader, Charlotte's growing role. Princess. Charlotte's journey from playful toddler to poised young leader has been remarkable. What started as cheeky waves and sassy glances has evolved into moments of quiet authority and confidence. She's learning when to be lighthearted and when to step up, like during King Charles's coronation, where her composed demeanor caught everyone's attention. There's a natural leadership quality in her, royal watchers have noted. Charlotte's ability to command respect without saying much is rare, especially for someone so young. Whether setting boundaries with photographers or guiding her brothers through public events, she demonstrates a calm confidence that many adults struggle to master. She's also aware of the responsibilities that come with her position. While she enjoys being a kid, Charlotte understands the importance of representing her family with grace. As she grows older, this balance of fun and responsibility will likely make her one of the most influential royals of her generation. She's not just following in the footsteps of those before her. She's creating her own path. Charlotte's evolution shows that leadership doesn't always need a crown. Sometimes, it starts with knowing who you are and standing tall, no matter who's watching. Charlotte's bold personality and emotional intelligence have already left a mark on her family and the monarchy. But what does this mean for the future? With the royal family facing modern challenges, voices like Charlotte's could be the key to keeping tradition alive while embracing change. Let's explore how one simple moment with her father hints at a much bigger impact on the future of royalty. What Charlotte's bombshell says about the future of the monarchy. When Princess Charlotte told Prince William that she missed him, it wasn't just a personal moment. It was a reflection of what the monarchy needs today: honesty, emotional awareness, and a focus on family over formality. Charlotte's words cut through centuries of royal tradition that often values silence over sincerity. She reminded everyone that behind the crowns and ceremonies are real people with real feelings. Sometimes it takes the youngest voice to remind us what matters, a royal commentator observed. As the monarchy faces growing pressure to modernize, it's clear that the next generation, led by individuals like Charlotte, will be different. They're not afraid to speak up, to show emotion, and to challenge outdated expectations. Charlotte's quiet bombshell didn't just change her father. It symbolized a shift within the royal family itself, a reminder that duty should never come at the cost of human connection. Her bravery, confidence, and authenticity offer a glimpse into a future where royals are more relatable, more present, and more in touch with the people they serve, and with each other. The monarchy may still be built on tradition, but thanks to voices like Charlotte's, its future looks a little more human and a lot more hopeful. Princess Charlotte's quiet words may have lasted only seconds, but their impact will be felt for years. In a world where royals are trained to stay silent, composed, and controlled, it took a 9-year-old to remind everyone, especially Prince William, that behind the crown is a family, and behind the titles are people who simply want time with their dad. She spoke from the heart, a source close to the family shared, and that's exactly why it mattered. Since that day, those around William have noticed the difference, not in grand gestures, but in the moments that count, the longer hugs, the real laughter, the focused attention on his children. Charlotte didn't just get her father's attention. She helped him reconnect with what truly matters. But this story isn't just about one Christmas moment. It's about the future of the monarchy. Charlotte represents a new kind of royal, fearless, emotionally aware, and unafraid to speak the truth, even when tradition says to stay quiet. If a single sentence from her can shift the atmosphere inside palace walls, imagine what kind of impact she'll have as she grows. The royal family is changing, not through public statements or staged reforms, but through honest voices like Charlotte's. She's proof that leadership doesn't always come from the throne. It can come from the youngest person in the room, willing to say what others won't. Prince William heard her. The royal family felt it. And now, the world knows. Charlotte's bombshell wasn't just a daughter missing her father. It was a reminder that even in the oldest institution, humanity should come before duty. As Charlotte continues to grow, one thing is certain: this won't be the last time she surprises us. Thank you for watching. What do you think about Princess Charlotte's bold moment? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more royal stories. And remember, sometimes it's the smallest voices that make the biggest changes. Stay tuned.